Good morning, my happy hour back. Here's the plan. This morning at 7 o'clock we had both the foreman and the engineer in the pool cleaning the floor. They're serious about filling it up. So they're going to start doing that later today. At the front of the house they were starting to do more work on balcony walls. I've just stopped them because we hadn't decided what those walls should be, and they were starting to put concrete hollow blocks in. I don't think we want that, so we're going to just have a quick look and make our minds up. Do we want glass, basically glass walls, or some kind of metal framing? More plastering still going on. They do want to finish off those walls that are closest to the canopy at the front of the house and then put skim coat on before the roof guys come back. Not sure what else there'll be today. It is a slightly shortened day because it is the last work day before the holiday, and at the end of the day there might just be a small beverage. What could possibly go wrong? Jeff's already working on a water delivery system. They are completely serious about filling the pool up. Here at the front, balcony wall being prepared. We stopped them and now we've started them again. Basically, the concrete hollow block will not extend around the perimeter of the balcony. It's just in that one corner, and then we've decided we want basically a tinted glass wall, probably with some kind of wooden balustrade or something along the top. And in fact, they will extend above it a small roof. It's not easy to make out from here, but there are a line of rebar protruding from the wall about a couple of feet above the windows, and that will be a height of a small roof that they put across, and that will extend all the way across that front wall. And we'll put a similar wall, glass wall, across the remaining two sides of the master bedroom balcony, and the same at the one at the back. And crucially, cooking water being prepared. In the dirty kitchen, I said yesterday they will cut away an area of these forms for the countertop, but they will also cut away the base so that the oven is sitting lower. Otherwise it'll just be too high up. So the oven will be at a lower level where there is no concrete base. The electrical team knocking more holes in our wall. Here on the outside, this is just outside the the bedroom for the helper's room. This is the bedroom at the back of the house, and this is the one that yesterday I was wondering whether they'd actually finished the structure, and the answer is no. More carrying channels going in. The engineer just said more metal furrings going in, but I don't see where those would go. But either way, not quite finished yet. This is the bedroom opposite, and trying to get this frame finished. Again, I'm not sure whether they'll do this today, but they're going to get pretty close, I suspect. Ronwell and Quiet Marvin in the front bedroom at the centre. Ditto what I just said. And we got Ronell and Jeffrey working on paletarder, getting this balcony wall plastered and finished. Well, not finished, but smoothed. And this is one area that they do want to apply skim coat before the roof crew comes back. And by the way, because the skim coat is going to go on here fairly soon, I've said to the engineer and Manny, I'd really like to see concrete neutralizer going on here before the skim coat. As I've said before, it seems like you can can bypass concrete neutralizer, but all the advice seems to suggest that if you're going to do that, you really need to give the plaster time in situ effectively to cure, and the suggestion from the Boyson website was a month. So if we're definitely not going to have that month, it's going to be a matter of a few days. So I'd like to see neutralizer applied before that skim coat just here. Oliver's, well, he's wandered away for a moment, but he's still busy cutting pieces of wood to size. I have asked the engineer this morning what, if any, treatment will be applied to this to try and resist termites. He's checking with the builder to see if there is any covering, any treatment, because this looks like termite heaven. Oh my goodness, look at the colour of that water. Never mind. The filling has begun. Happy. Again, I don't know if he's serious, but Manny's talking about staying here overnight tonight, just so he can be here in the morning. No idea what his Asal was going to say about that. I tell you, everyone has a smile on their face around here at the moment. It's just after lunch, and as you can see, the pool is full. It's full to overflowing. They did fill it until it overflowed, and it did show there, if anything, there is a tiny bias because the water was overflowing mostly in the shallow end, but it was marginal. And in fact, before it filled up, I did do a very unscientific test and went to one end and counted how many tiles were still above the water, or little squares actually within the tiles, and then the same at the other end, and it was the same. So this pool is about as level as it can be. Now, it's all a bit of fun for the crew, but there are actually some things we can learn from this. Number one, it took about 4.5 hours to fill. Number two, the water is pretty horrible. It will need a lot of cleaning to be going on with this. Number three, we will find out if the water stays in here long enough, and I'm not sure how long that is, but over the next few days, let's say, we will find out if there is any visible reduction in the amount of water. In other words, has the waterproofing failed? So yeah, it's all a bit of fun, and you don't want to be drinking this stuff. It does show that the water here is probably only good to go on the garden, at least until it's been through some very serious cleaning processes. But we've got a pool. And in fact, a little while ago, I missed it, it was tested. Singing Marvin took a quick dip, and he did have a huge smile on his face while he was doing it. The crew are clearly planning to enjoy themselves. Just in case you don't recognise this, it's a karaoke machine. Somebody's hired this. I don't know if this has come out of the builder's pocket or somebody else, but we're going to become part of the noise pollution problem. Oh well, it's a holiday. Given that the pool crew have been banished from the pool for today, they've not been idle. They have made a start on the bench that will go inside the jacuzzi here. Oh yes, hot tub. Okay. They built the retaining wall, and I guess next step will be a little bit of backfill, and then they'll have to do the seat. On the balcony for the bedroom on the northeast corner, they have built up the two, I guess you would call them retaining walls, on either side of the balcony. I think as much as anything else, they're there to support the small roof that will go across the top. As we said this morning, the rest of it will not be concrete hollow block, most likely a tinted glass. Here's the wall that Jeffrey and Brunel and Richard were working on, and there's Richard. That is now plastered and smoothed. We're going to have a look from upstairs, and you'll see the top of that is, I think, almost done as well. And here we have that retaining wall from inside the bedroom, and Brunel's just confirmed that from the right side, as we're looking at it, to the left, the surface falls away 5 millimeters. This is the bedroom at the back of the house overlooking the pool. The one that we said maybe was getting close to being finished. Well, there's no one working in there now. I think this stage is finished. While we're up here, couldn't resist a quick look. Hopefully, when everything's said and done and we use this properly, the water won't be quite that colour. This is the bedroom at the front of the house on the north side. I'm not going to show you both because they're both at virtually the same stage. This one and the one next to us are basically through the wall on our right. Both of them getting pretty close to being finished. Here on the north side, we've got our two electricians, Ariel and Mr. Jesse, working on just bringing ducts and pipe work out of the kitchen. It's the end of the day. They called it early. At about 3:30, the skies opened up and we had a massive rain shower. Well, more than a shower. There was heavy, heavy rain. So, it's the end of the day. It's the end of the week. It's the end of, well, the beginning of Holy Week starting tomorrow. So, there will be some Emperador and some Red Horse and a little bit of food. And who knows, despite the rain, I'm guessing there'll still be some jumping in the pool at some point. If you're going to get wet, does it matter? We'll come back and have a look in a little bit. It wouldn't be a Philippine party without karaoke. And our electrician, Mr. Jesse, really does have a nice voice. I think Ronwell, sitting over there in the corner with the hound, I think he's got a challenger. We know Ronwell can sing well from before. Oh, equipment failure. That wasn't him. And something else I'll tell you. This duck is delicious. They often smile when they're working. There's even more smiles now. Jeff in the black t-shirt sitting down is one of the quiet ones on the crew. He's also our niece's husband. But you hand a Filipino a microphone and a karaoke machine, oh, and a couple of drinks, and they all open up. It's great to see. Right, the reigning champion, he's our singing champion. Well, here we are singing, Marvin. Singing. Oh, come on. Oh, they're passing it around. Somebody had to go, and it's Oliver. Although he did get a bit of a push from Manny. There'll be more, I'm sure. We got Jesse back with a challenge to Ronwell.
Bakit ba nang mawalay ka sa piling ko? Ikaw pa rin ang laging hanap ko.
I'm so jealous, I can't sing a note.
Damdamin ay palaging karoon. Ang kasama ko ay alam mo nang nagkamali ako sa'yo.
I want to see if anybody else steps up soon. And it begins. I hope they can swim. I think they can. They can jump, that's for sure. Oh, belly flop from Marvin. Oh, Donna was making fun of him. Big mistake. Manny's in, but I didn't see him jump. He went from the shallow end. Well, these guys have seriously earned this. Couldn't ask for any more from them. Well, we got quiet Marvin. Not being so quiet. Oh, he's done. If there is a small irony here, none of the swimming pool guys are in the pool. I think one of them went home. I think Joey went home earlier. But we've still got Glenn and Jay and Rodell. None of them are going for a swim. I spoke too early. Glenn's in there now. Although, they did just throw him in. And he looks like the world's worst swimmer. Our engineer is a contented man. There's relaxation. We have a backflip competition about to take place. No banging heads, hopefully. Fantastic. Well, I've had a beer or two with them, but it's their party. So we'll call it a day now. Let them just enjoy themselves. See you after Holy Week.